Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, At Home with Bai, That Is Enough, and quote. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't and oppose. Like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. Morning in our little house begins long before the world fully wakes. The light seeps through the curtains like warm milk, and before my eyes open, I hear the soft rhythm of Bai's tail thumping against the wooden floor. Bai does not bark to wake me. He does not demand. Instead, he sits beside the bed, breathing gently, waiting as if he understands that every day deserves a slow beginning. When I finally stretch and peek over the blanket, two bright eyes meet mine. His tail accelerates. His ears perk. And in that moment, the day officially begins. I sit up and whisper, "Good morning, Bai." He leans forward and presses his nose against my hand, cold and damp, but filled with a warmth no heater could ever create. I scratch behind his ears, his favorite spot, and he closes his eyes like a tiny king receiving a royal massage. We step outside together. The air is cool and smells faintly of wet soil and distant cooking fires. Bai walks beside me, never pulling, never rushing. He pauses to sniff a leaf, to inspect a mysterious pebble, to watch a butterfly with reverent curiosity. I often wonder what the world looks like through his eyes. To me, the path is familiar. To Bai, it is always new. When we return home, he sits politely near his bowl, waiting, not whining, not impatient, just watching. Okay, I laugh. Breakfast time. His tail resumes its happy drumming. He eats with wholehearted enthusiasm, then trots over to sit near my feet while I prepare my own meal, as if companionship is the most important ingredient of the morning. No phone, no noise, just quiet chewing, soft breathing, and the peaceful knowledge that we are starting the day together. And somehow, that feels like more than enough. Our days are not filled with grand journeys or exciting destinations. Most days, we simply stay home. Yet with Bai, staying home never feels small. After breakfast, I sweep the floor while he supervises with intense seriousness. Dust motes float in the sunlight, and he snaps at them like they are tiny flying treasures. Sometimes he catches nothing, yet celebrates as if he has saved the world. When I sit to work, Bai curls beside my chair. His body forms a soft comma against the floor, a pause in the sentence of my busy thoughts. Every now and then, he sighs deeply. It is the sigh of someone who has accepted life exactly as it is. I pause typing and rest my hand on his back. His breathing slows. Mine follows. Outside, a motorbike passes. A distant rooster declares his importance. Somewhere a child laughs. Bai lifts his head, listens, then settles again, trusting the world to continue without his supervision. By late morning, he brings me his favorite toy, a faded cloth ball that has long lost its color but not its dignity. He drops it at my feet, then sits and waits. This is not a request. It is a ceremony. I toss the ball across the room. He sprints after it, paws skidding, ears flying, tail streaming like a flag of joy. He returns with heroic pride, presenting the ball as though he has retrieved it from a distant mountain. We repeat this ritual until both of us are laughing. After lunch, the house falls into a gentle stillness. Heat presses softly against the windows. I lie down for a short rest, and Bai climbs onto the mat beside me, resting his chin across my ankle. Not heavy, just present. I drift into sleep accompanied by the steady rhythm of his breathing. When I wake, nothing extraordinary has happened. No urgent messages. No dramatic events. Only quiet. And Bai still there. Sometimes I think the world measures life by achievements, movement, and noise. But Bai measures it by presence. And in his world, simply being together is already an adventure. Evening arrives slowly, painting the walls in honey-colored light. I step outside to water the plants, and Bai follows, nose twitching at the scent of damp earth. He watches droplets fall from the leaves as though witnessing tiny miracles. A neighbor passes and calls out a greeting. Bai wags politely, neither shy nor overwhelming, just friendly enough to remind everyone that kindness can be simple. Dinner is humble, rice, vegetables, and a bit of leftover fish. Bai sits nearby, hopeful but respectful. When I offer him a small portion, he accepts with gratitude that feels almost ceremonial. Afterward, we sit at the doorway, watching the sky darken from blue to violet. The village quiets. Crickets begin their orchestra. By leans against my leg. No words are needed. There are moments when I think about all the places I have not traveled, all the ambitions still waiting, all the unfinished plans folded somewhere inside tomorrow. Yet as I rest my hand on Bai's head and feel the steady warmth of his presence, those thoughts loosen their grip. The world is vast, but this moment is complete. Night deepens. Inside, the house grows still. Bai circles his sleeping mat twice before settling down with a satisfied sigh. I turn off the light. In the darkness, I hear his breathing. Steady, certain, peaceful. And I realize that in a life often pulled in 100 directions, there is profound comfort in someone who stays. Living with Bai has quietly reshaped the way I understand happiness. In a time when people chase speed, productivity, and constant stimulation, a simple day at home with a dog reveals a different truth. Life's deepest comfort often lives in ordinary moments. Bai does not measure the day by achievements. He measures it by togetherness, patience, and trust. Watching him greet each morning with gentle joy and each evening with peaceful acceptance reminds me that contentment is not something we earn after finishing everything. It is something we practice while living. From Bai, I learned to slow down and notice small details: sunlight on the floor, the rhythm of breathing, the calm between sounds. I learned that presence is more valuable than perfection, and that loyalty and kindness require no grand gestures. To bring this lesson into daily life, we can set aside moments free from screens, spend time observing rather than rushing, and treat animals as companions rather than possessions. Caring for them with respect and empathy strengthens our own humanity. When we nurture bonds with animals, we rediscover gentleness, responsibility, and unconditional love, qualities the modern world often forgets, yet desperately needs. At home with Bai, I learned that enough can truly be everything.